Good evening to all of you. Thank you for joining us for our special Veterans Voices programming. I'm Adam Chodak.
And I'm Teresa Marcinberg. This evening, we're honored to share some of the many stories of heroes in our community who have made the ultimate sacrifice to serve our country. Over the next half hour, we shine a spotlight on veteran-run organizations that have given back to their fellow brothers and sisters. And we'll bring you the stories of local vets and community members who have dedicated their lives to teaching and training younger generations. Plus, we honor one local veteran who passed away earlier this year, a man whose smile and kind heart have brightened the lives of many. All right, we're going to begin with local veterans who continue to operate with courage and bravery even as they return home and transition to civilian life. That's right. For many, they keep answering the call, but in a different uniform. Brennan Summers shares their stories.
Meet Trooper Nicholas Bloomer. He's been with state police for 12 years now and works out of the headquarters in Farmington. Before that, he served our country, almost 9 years active duty as a Marine, deployed to Afghanistan.
I entered to the aviation field, and I was a helicopter crew chief for the latter part of my time in the Marines. So we did a lot of support missions, supporting troops on the ground, casualty evacuation, things like that. So really a support element to those guys who are on the front lines.
Bloomer and fellow veterans make up about 21% of today's sworn state police force. Ask any of them why they continue to serve, just in a different capacity, they'll tell you this.
When you're in uniform, you're serving your country, it's not just about the service or the branch of service you're in, it's the camaraderie with the people you're serving with. And I think a lot of people, when they transition or they leave military service, they miss that sense of belonging, they miss the sense of a higher purpose.
For the Rochester Police Department, about 1 out of every 6 in uniform is a veteran, including Commander Sammy Drayton Jr.
Sense of teamwork. When I was in the military, everything was team. And it was not about you, it was about the other person. So coming into law enforcement, that was a perfect match to come here and work with a team and work with others that have the same mindset to protect the community at a smaller scale instead of at the global scale of the military.
Drayton followed behind his father, now retired, who worked his way up at RPD to the role of deputy chief. He's 27 years in when it comes to police work. Both this commander and trooper tell me, from the military to law enforcement, is the journey of a lifetime.
Serving my country, I got the sense of pride, sense of responsibility, accountability, and taking care of others other than myself.
If I could do it all over again, I would do the same thing.
And on that note, the state police exam is going on now through August. For military applicants, those on active duty, reserve, or even retired, they have many benefits, from extended age limits, preference credit, to deferment, all to help support those who keep up protecting and serving. For News 8, I'm Brennan Summers.
Retired Army Lieutenant Colonel Bill Carr says he doesn't feel like a veteran, and it's maybe because he's still serving. Not in the military, but at a local high school. For the past 5 years, he's been giving hundreds of kids in Rochester some of the life skills that helped him find purpose when he was struggling in school.
You to start working on a one-rope bridge. I see myself in a lot of the kids, especially the ones that aren't focused, the ones that get in trouble a lot, because that was me.
Lieutenant Colonel Bill Carr is a junior ROTC instructor with the Rochester City School District. In the past 5 years, hundreds of cadets have passed through this program and the leadership classes, but only a handful actually enlist in the military. Carr says that's just fine.
It's not so much the recruiting part, but it's more teaching them how to be responsible, self-accountable, and get them ready to be in those leadership roles that nobody's going to teach them about. Right now you're in the water. You would never jump in the water to get on a one-rope bridge.
So exactly what are they learning after school on this cool October day?
Today we are constructing a one-rope bridge for our national competition at Fort Knox.
There's 320 teams nationwide that are going. The state of New York, we're sending 7 high schools are sending teams. We just happen to be one of them, so I'm pretty proud of that. And when they do this for real at Fort Knox, there's actually a river that they have to cross. And you got one person that has to volunteer to get wet. They run the rope across the river, and then the rest of them them use those Swiss seats that you saw them tying in. They use that snap link to tie in and hook onto the bridge, and then they pull themselves across, almost like a pulley.
Through this program, teens like sophomore Adrian Milliton gain exposure to places, events, and people they may not see on a daily basis.
I was like, wow, this is cool.
Before attending Rochester Early College International High School, Adrian says he knew nothing about junior ROTC.
During the orientation, I saw a bunch of people walking with those fancy uniforms, and I was like, I gotta join.
Now he's encouraging his fellow cadets.
A program like this is what really got me, I don't know, it got me focused. And I was going nowhere fast my freshman year.
After a nearly 30-year successful career in the military, this veteran is now committed to serving young people, helping them build a bridge to a productive and rewarding life after high school. Colonel Carr and his cadets successfully completed all their exercises in Fort Knox recently. They can also be seen at parades and other services honoring veterans in our area. Other cadets also participate in academic bowls as they make career exploration trips to local crime labs and police and firefighter training sites. All right, many of these veterans are in need of one very important thing, that's specialized health care. And daily, the U.S. Department of Veterans Affairs Finger Lakes Health Care is working to provide that care.
But for some of those veterans, there is one big hurdle standing in their way when it comes to taking advantage of the VA services. Transportation. To help local veterans overcome this problem, Disabled American Veterans, DAV, well, they've donated vehicles to provide veterans in the greater Rochester and Canandaigua area transportation to and from their VA appointments. DAV operates vehicles all over the country, providing free transportation for injured or ill veterans to various VA medical facilities. Local DAV chapters in Rochester and Canandaigua have supplied 15 vehicles to the VA Finger Lakes fleet over the past 10 years. Officials at the VA emphasize the importance these vehicles hold within Rochester's veteran community.
By removing the barriers that veterans face in transportation, we want them to get help. We want them to come see us. We want them to come through our doors so they can get the help that they deserve. They should have timely, quality, veteran-centric care, and we do offer that.
All 15 of those vehicles operated by volunteers, many of those volunteers, veterans themselves, working to help their local brothers and sisters get the care they need.
I'm a veteran myself, okay? And the last job that I had is I worked on the Veterans Crisis Line, and I retired from there. And time and again, I heard, I need to get to my appointment. I don't have transportation. I can't get there. I don't have family. If they don't care, why should I? And that bothered me to the point where, the week after I retired, I went down and signed up to be a driver, and I've been involved with them ever since.
The VA Finger Lakes healthcare system is always recruiting volunteers like Mike to become drivers. If you're interested in becoming a volunteer, contact the VA Center for Development office at 585-393-7757.
Coming up next, remembering a local Navy vet who touched the lives of so many here in Rochester, including my own. The wisdom he shared with me before he passed earlier this year at 102 years old.
And still ahead on this Veterans Voices special, a movie depicting the story of a soldier on his way to battle in World War II when he came across a train packed with Nazi captives. Reaction from the students who viewed that film coming up.
As we continue to honor our local veterans and organizations, I want to take a moment now to remember Bob Perschetti. The local World War II veteran was 102 years old when he died earlier this year while overseas traveling to, of all places, a D-Day ceremony. Tonight, here's part of my interview with this veteran turned teacher who was always ready with a story and a smile.
How did you get involved in World War II?
I said to my mother, I don't want to go in the Army. I said, I'm going to join the Navy. When we got to Iwo Jima, we spent like 3 days bombing that island. And that island, you couldn't see it for the smoke. When they made the invasion, some of the fellas never made the shore because they were popping them off from the mountain. And that's the reason why they took that Mount Suribachi within 4 days. And I watched them raise that flag twice. The first time they said they raised it with just a pipe that they picked up, water pipe up there. And then they found another one, and that's the one Joe Rosenthal took the picture. And we left after we secured the island. That was our job. And so the Admiral had us going, I think we went to Lady and got ready for Okinawa first. It was April 1st that year, Easter Sunday, 1945. We landed on Okinawa. But that was an easy landing.
So you seem like a pretty happy guy.
Well, I am. I'm not the best condition, but at least I have my noggin.
And your stories.
Yeah, I do. I don't mind sitting talking with anybody, and so it's a pleasure.
A small but I think poignant story here. While I was talking with Bob, it came up, I don't even know how, that I liked eggplant parm, and he said, well, that happens to be the dish that I make with eggplants that I grow. Well, the next time I came back to visit him, he had a big chunk of eggplant parm wrapped up in tin foil waiting for me, and I will tell you, it's the best eggplant parm I've had in my life. But it tells you what kind of person Bob was, and Bob, may you rest in peace. If you want to know more about his story, you can search his name over at rochesterfirst.com. We'll be right back after this.
Welcome back. When the Blue Star mothers moved into their new home in Canandaigua, the building needed a lot of work.
And over the past 6 years, this veterans support group has received a lot of help from the community, but perhaps nothing quite like the gift they got earlier this month. Dan Gross brings us that story.
Blue Star Canteen is one of the few, if not only, place of its kind in the country, explains Bobby Metcalf.
We have a clothing closet, we have a food pantry, and a personal care products. Everything in this house is free to our vets and their families.
The Blue Star Mothers were established in 1942 as a nationwide group. Metcalf and Company here are a New York #1 chapter. If you're a mother with a child in any military branch, you can become a Blue Star Mother. Metcalf herself has 2 daughters and 2 sons that served in the Army. At the canteen, they also serve a free home-cooked dinner every 3rd Wednesday for any veteran and their families. Now, this chapter moved into this space on Foster Street in Canandaigua 6 years ago, but it needed a lot of work, including new windows. So Metcalf put in a call for some estimates to get a grant. Veterans Choice Exteriors and owner Rich Schultz was her last call.
Rich was talking to us in the kitchen, and he goes, well, I'm going to donate the windows to you guys. And we're like, okay, thank you.
But Schultz, a 6-year Army veteran himself, didn't stop there.
They told us that they would like a quote for the future for roofing and siding. What we decided is that a week later, we thought about it, we got our numbers together, and we decided that we were going to donate the roof.
All the money we raise goes directly back to our troops and our vets. And to come up with this kind of money, it's kind of hard. It's phenomenal, and they're all a bunch of good guys.
It's a powerful moment for us, but it's also really good to be giving back to the community and the veterans.
New windows, a good roof, a home for the Blue Star moms and for all who need it.
We believe that every child that goes into the service is our kids. We're just moms taking care of our kids.
Reporting, Dan Gross, News 8.
Veterans Choice Exteriors also donates to the Veterans Outreach Center with every job, and Schultz tells us that the roof, by the way, has since been completed.
And if you're a veteran, you can go to the canteen for services. We also have their information on our website. If you're interested, call or email them.
And to wrap up this day of remembrance, the daughter of a liberating soldier telling her untold father's story and hoping to create an impact on the lives of the younger generations.
Finally, we're helping to spread a remarkable World War II story that for decades only a few people knew about.
But now, for the first time, a film has been made about it. That film, made with the help of a local woman and shown to local students last month. As the video played and Bishop Kearney students watched, Sharon Saluzzo thought about her dad. It was his story that started all this. He had been a soldier on his way to battle in World War II when he and other GIs found train cars packed with Nazi captives. They did what they say they had to and saved them.
Here were soldiers in the midst of battle. They were given orders, and they stopped their orders to help these 2,500 emaciated, very sick people, and that's not something that everybody would do.
A story untold until it got into the hands of filmmaker Mike Edwards. The ultimate goal here, get it into schools so more kids like these will learn about the Holocaust and its lessons.
My message is always, you can be a liberator too, right? You know, maybe these kids might not have as severe a situation as what's depicted in this film, but they will have choices to make on whether to help somebody, you know, or to not discriminate against somebody because they're different than them.
As the great-grandson of a World War II veteran, senior Jack Crutel says the film made him feel part of a bigger story.
It's really just about how little actions like that affect yourselves. I mean, those soldiers, you know, they didn't know that they were going to be able to help that many people. And, you know, it really just goes to show there's a butterfly effect there, you know. Something as little as that may end up being something as large as this, and historically, I mean, that can be shown in a lot of ways.
A lesson from the past for the present. That film is called A Train Near Magdeburg, and what was shown to the students was actually the first of 4 episodes. They're working on the other 3 now. We have reached the end of News 8's 2024 Veterans Voices special. We want to thank you for joining us as we honored and celebrated the sacrifices our local veterans have made for us.
Now, if you'd like to rewatch any of these stories, we'll have them for you online at rochesterfirst.com. Just look under the Community tab. Again, thank you for watching and have a good night.